Hello, my lovely wishes. It's Holly. Welcome to Dandelion Stitches. Welcome if you're new. Welcome if you're one of my OGs. Thanks for coming back and for hanging in there with me and being one of my almost 3,000. It's a 2977 as we speak. So I'm wishing those new people into existence. So how is everyone? Let's start with the check-in. I have been spending the morning chasing down bots, stupid scammers. If you ever see anything, any comments, anything that looks weird to you in the comments anywhere, please drop me an email, let me know. And several of you have, and I so much appreciate it. 3 times today, 3 times I've had to go and find them and block them and delete them. And what, people got nothing better to do with their lives? I don't understand. So yeah, but also I've been going through emails because so many of you have applied for the Liberty giveaway, and there's just so much encouragement and so much love. And so I just wish that I had the time to sit down and just visit with every single one of you. I honestly can't articulate how much you all mean to me. It's just, oh goodness, thank you for being part of this community, for making it what it is. So today we're going to do a little, calling it a tutorial is probably not the best word. We're going to make these Clam Up bags. This was the medium size, and this one is the small. I say that because it isn't my pattern. I can't tell you how much fabric you need. I can't tell you what the measurements are. I can't tell you what you're cutting. I can't tell you all that stuff because that belongs to byAnnie, and as well as that it should. And I can tell you that should you buy this pattern, she includes a video that will make mine look pathetic, which it kind of is. But nobody, and I say this with so much confidence, nobody writes a pattern like byAnnie. She takes it step by step, walks you through it, gives you the video so that to help you make, because she's got a really specific way of doing a lot of things, and I swear, I am not leading you down a road. If you are considering making a bag of any kind, check out byAnnie and check out her patterns, because they have never done me wrong, and I have made many of them. But I am going to walk you through how to make it so that you get an idea of what it is, and whether or not you think you do want to buy the pattern and you do want to go ahead and make it. So that's what today's video is going to be. It will be a voiceover because the back and forth and I was listening to an audiobook and I didn't realize I was listening to the book until, blah, 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 blah. So, and even though it's a really good book, you can't hear that either. So, so anyway, let's get into it. Like I said, not a tutorial, just this is how I did it. So have fun, I hope. Okay, so here we go. byAnnie makes it so easy. She makes these little tags, and so you can just pin them onto each thing. So I've got the lining and the exterior and the soft and stable, and I'm gonna attach the soft and stable in the middle, like a sandwich between the interior and the exterior. And then eventually we're going to cut it out in that shape. But now I'm at the machine and I've already made a sandwich, and now I'm just going to quilt it. And I'm just being kind of random here as one is. And I'm just quilting it in a stripe down so that when I'm ready to cut it out, the quilting is already finished. And are we almost done? Yep. But one more time. So, yeah. Oh, walking foot. If you've got a walking foot, be sure to use it. Okay, so now I've done that, and I have cut it out, and I have gone back and stitched all the way around the outside so that everything is secured really nicely. So now do I want blue with a white zipper? or do I want white with a blue zipper? Yeah, blue with the white zipper for sure. Positive. Let's do that. Okay. So now I'm making sure everything is sort of lining up the way it ought to, that I cut it as accurately as possible, and I am kind of making the bottom center a little bit more discernible so I know where it is. And I'm doing it for a really long time. Okay, so now, again, do I want the white on the outside? I think not. I think I want the white on the inside. Now you can see that there are little, I wish I could point them out to you, little lines that you're going to stitch across next. And I'm trying to decide whether I need to mark them or whether I think I can just eyeball it. And I eyeballed it. So those just make it so that it stands up a little bit better, so it folds where it's supposed to fold. Now I'm trying to decide on little tabbies to put on the bottom. Makes it a little bit easier to do the zipper. She provides a little piece of fabric that you can turn into a tab. I just got these nifty ones that look like moons, and I've just stitched them on so they are ready to go. So, whoops, we're listing to the left. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm just showing you that those little tabby things, that's what those moons are. Is those. Yeah. Yeah, we got that. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, now I'm going, what am I supposed to do next? Oh, I should put these away because I'm that kind of a sewer. I put things away. So, good job, Holly, putting those away. They won't get lost. All right, and just, well, maybe they will get lost. Oh, well. So now, it will explain on the pattern how long you want your zipper. For each size, it's going to be a different zipper. These are byAnnie zippers that you buy by the yard. They are extra wide. The label or the tapes on the sides of them are extra wide, so they are super easy to sew with. Oh, I needed heads. So now I've cut it to the right length and I've got out my zipper heads, and now I need to put the zipper pulls onto that piece of zipper that I just cut. And you pull apart the zipper any minute now, and you take, I'm sorry, this is totally out of frame. You would think for a woman who did videos every day, she could get it in the frame. Come on, Holly, into the frame. You can do it. Almost. There we go. So kind of at an angle, you stick one side in, and then at the end at an angle, you stick the other side in, the pointy end. And then it kind of makes a click, and then you sort of fuss with it a little bit, and whoop, there you go. It's on. But I need two. And now I'm thinking, wait, I need two. I don't remember how to do two. I won't come. Okay, what do I do now? I need to. Maybe I need to take the first one off. And yep, there we go. Rip the zipper all the way in half. And now we've got one on, and now we're going to do the second one. And exactly the same in two sides. If you got to do them kind of at an angle, and you'll hear it click. You'll feel it like click in. And there, I think it just did. And come on, you can do it. You will not win. Zipper pull, you will not win. I swear you're going to go down. It's going to work. There, never give up. Never give up. See? Okay, we've got the zipper. It's all done. I'm feeling good about that. Doing a happy dance. Finally got that accomplished. Okay, so now I've kind of marked the center of the zipper and the center of the bag, so of that semicircle. And I'm going to start using clips to clip it on. And as I'm clipping it on, I'm going to leave just a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch, hanging over the edge, because we're going to use that little bit a little bit later on. So just work your way down, putting as many or as few. This is not a time when I would suggest you go rogue and leave the clippings or the pinnings out. You really need to keep this thing like in position before you go ahead and sew it, because you don't want it jumping around any more than it already does, because we're going to be sewing on a curve, which is not hard at all. But you do need to kind of keep the zipper locked in there. Wow, this is taking a long time. I'm kind of feeling with my left pointer finger where the bag is hitting the back of the zipper, so I can feel. Okay, sewing machine, here we go. Make room. Coming in. Walking foot. I have my walking foot, if I didn't already mention that. If you don't have a walking foot, big suggestion for yeah. Okay, so I'm really fiddling here, trying to get it to lay flat and get the teeth under the walking foot and everything copacetic. And down goes the presser foot. Now, whoops, earthquake, what's going on? Oops. No, we're just trying to get a better camera angle. Okay. So when byAnnie does this, nope, apparently camera angle wasn't just quite there. Okay. So now the camera's directly in front of me. When byAnnie does this, she uses a stiletto, and that is such a good idea. If I had a stiletto, because your fingers get precariously close to the needle here, but I'm just focusing on trying to keep the needle in the center of the zipper tape. I'm not really like trying to figure out whether it's 1/8 of an inch or a quarter, I'm just trying to focus on the center of the zipper tape and getting the needle in at that point. Now we're coming up on the big part of the curve. Yep, I just did a little bump over. That'll show on the other side, but the world will keep turning. I know this is kind of boring, but I felt like this was something you really needed to see. And around we come. Okay, see how it's kind of making a little bit of a pucker in the zipper tape? You may end up with some of those little puckers, and that's okay. Just do your best with your fingers or your stiletto to get it as flat as you are able, but don't like have to have a glass of wine afterwards. Well, you could if you wanted to, but just it's not that stressful. Just keep on keeping on. You'll get there. Fingers, Holly. Fingers. Okay. Shoo. Nothing worse than blood on a white zipper. Okay. 1/2 of the zipper installed. Well, half installed. And you can see it's going to stand up and fold over. And then, this is the magic, the other half of that tape is going to fold in, and you're going to stitch it down, and it's going to cover up the seam. Brilliant, Annie. Brilliant. So now I've taken a marker and I marked the bottom of where the zipper stops. Where the bag stops, and open the zipper as far as you are able. If you want to sew the zipper ends together, that's fine. I don't usually do that. But okay, so I'm taking the line and I'm lining it up with the beginning of that semicircle. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to keep on attaching it just like I did the other one, leaving a little bit at the top. And you just keep working it around. So now I've done the exact same thing. I just sewed it the same way I did the first one. So now we're, she's got, you can't even read it. Why did I do that? I don't know. These are the gussets from the inside. The other cool thing that Annie does is at the beginning of the pattern, she has you prepare all your little moving pieces, all your little extra pieces that are going to come in later. She has you prepare them so when you get to them, they're ready to go. So these little gussets have already been folded over and top stitched, and so they're ready to be put in, and I don't have to do that. So again, Annie, woohoo, you are the bomb. So one on one side, one on the other side. Okay, then we're going to stitch along there, right where you stitched in the zipper. Oops, that was my chair. Hopefully you just didn't hear that because that was not a good sound. Okay, so now I'm stitching up those gussets, just getting them settled in there. Oh, okay, I've done the gusset. So now we're folding over the zipper tape onto itself, kind of. Oh, more earthquakes. There we go. Okay, and we're going to stitch along the inside edge of that zipper, like close to the edge as you can. Not crazy insane. I mean, you don't have to fuss about it a lot, but you're covering up that seam by folding over the zipper, and it's also going to create a top stitch on the back. This is the fiddly part. This of the whole thing, this is the fiddly part, because you're going in a curve again, but this time you're going on an inside curve, and it's going to buckle a little bit. Also, sometimes it gets caught on the inside part of the presser foot, and you kind of have to, release it. But I just keep folding it over, stitching away, covering up, getting everything tucked in. Elevator music, because there's nothing going on. Okay, so one side down, look at that, looks beautiful, top stitched, woohoo. Now we're just gonna do the same thing now to the other side. Whoops. Okay, what in the world am I doing? Okay, all right, so now we're gonna fold it over, not fold, just sort of twist it over so that it meets the other side of the zipper and creates that. Now, why am I getting new clips when I've got 4 of them on my shirt sleeve? I don't know. Same thing with the other one. Just pull it on over, line it up with the bottom of the zipper. Clip it on in. And then you do just exactly the same thing you did with that side. You just exact same thing. And ta-da! Look at that. It's a zipper. Looks like little dog ears flipping on the top. Okay. Open her up. Flip out the bottom. All right, start on one side, pull out the end of your zipper tape, open or close the zipper a little bit. Not all the way, don't close it all the way, but close it a little bit. So now you kind of have to futz a little bit with this little gusset because it's folding a little bit, and that's what it's supposed to do. And you just kind of futz around until you get it all lined up with the bottom, and then you throw a pin or a whatever to keep that in one spot so that when you go to sew it, it's laying flat and nice. And then you do the same thing to the other side. Flip that out. Close your zipper a little bit. Futz around until you get it settled. Okay, you got it, Holly. Come on. It's good. So good. Yeah. Still good. Finally. Okay. Taking the pin. I don't know why I'm using a pin. Maybe it was the closest thing to hand. Okay, then you're just going to stitch across on both sides through all of that. And then you come back, you take your cutting implement, cut off that zipper tape on both sides. And then you've got a couple of options. You've got kind of an open frayed seam here. You can either take the pieces that she had you cut and create like a double-sided, no, what's the word I'm looking for? You can cover them up, or you can just zigzag them. That's what I usually do with the small ones, is I just zigzag across there just so it doesn't fray too much. You aren't honestly going to see it. It's tucked into that little pocket in the bag. So it's really not that big a deal. But then ta-da, you're zipping it up and you got yourself a nifty little bag to put your goodies in. Kind of pull those little tabs out so you're sure you got them out there. And excuse me. Yep, it's cute. No question. Okay, so this one is the small. And I just used one zipper tab. This one is going to have my hair stuffed when I travel. And you can see it kind of did some foldy over things. And then it's got a cute little thing, zipper pull. And then this one is the one we just completed. And I'm going to have some makeup in it. Not much. Can't go anywhere without the face razor. Does anybody else have a face razor? When you get to a certain age, you get hairs in places that you really don't want them on your face. So, there we go. Medium, small. So, I am not a perfectionist, as you can see. As long as everything kind of sort of gets done the way it should, I'm happy. The way that she puts a zipper in, chef's kiss, just so good. So I hope it was helpful. I hope it helped you make some decisions on whether or not you might like to buy that byAnnie pattern. And once you start making them, you can't stop. I'm telling you what, they are the best. They're great for little gifts. They're just good stuff. So be well, be safe, and I'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.